Hi everybody, my name is Lisen Bengtsson and I'm a conscious horse, conscious rider facilitator. I love facilitating with horses. I love facilitating with animals. I've done it for a couple of years. I'm an access facilitator since 11 years or more, and the business is expanding. It's expanding with the horses, with the animals. It's growing, it's going to different places, different countries, and at the moment we're looking at Europe. So I've got a lot of questions. How do you host one of these classes? How do you create one of these classes? So of course it's a bit different because we have horses involved. So we also require horses. So I always looked at it as ease with everything, that there is enough horses for a class, that there is possibilities of staying close by, of eating close by. So it becomes ease and joy and really nurturing for all the participants coming. The classes are all over 15, 20, 30 people. So we have to be able to also have the space for the people coming, space for people to sit down, space for people to have a coffee. So there is a little bit of things required. We're often outdoors, yes. My classes have been a lot of also where the weather has been good. I've been doing winter classes too, but it depends where. So in general, I look at that we have really great spaces being with the horses outdoors, but also if the weather kicks in and wants a little bit rain or windy or something like that, where can we be? So we can change a lot during the class. So every day I look, like for example, we were just in Austria for 2 classes and I called it humanoid weather. So every 2 hours, you really had to watch like what is changing. You could not predict a day. It was not possible. So it was really funny. So the host got together all the time. I was looking for the next 2 hours. Okay, let's choose that. And then I looked at what exercises we're gonna do and where. So you need to have a space where, for example, if the horses are indoors in a stable, we can be in the box and do some of the things there. But then I also need some space where they can stand and be with us, because we're not necessarily riding. The class is not about riding. The class is about exercises that create awareness for you to become the leader of your life, where you're choosing, where we look at your judgments and your points of views and getting rid of them and inviting the communication with you and the animals and horses. Usually there's other animals around. We also do and talk to the entities, part of that. Then we do body work, we do talk to the animals, we do, there's a lot of extras onto this class, but there's different exercises for different things. So you need a little bit of space to be with a horse. Sometimes we do walking exercises with a horse and we need a little space, but also indoors, if you look at that, if there's a space you can be with 2, 3 horses that are standing still most of the time, but also be able to take a walk. I don't have the horses free, I hold them most of the time. So for some of the exercise, it's really important because it creates a safety and trust in the person doing the exercise where they become very vulnerable. So a bit of indoor space, and you can also talk to me and let me know what you have to see if it's possible or when it's possible. Because some classes we might just do more in the summer, and some classes are really great in the winter to do. So, and there can be 1-day class too, and up to 3-day classes. So just look at that, the ease we can have, the joy we can have. Can participants walk or drive very short time to a restaurant at lunch? What do we do for lunch? How is the accommodation set up in nearby? Because usually when there's horses, we're not middle center of a city, so we may be at the outskirts or a bit in the countryside. That doesn't mean it's a problem at all. It just means looking at the practicality. So it's easy for people to reach there, to stay there, to have good dinners or lunches, especially lunches. At dinner, it's again up to the participants to choose themselves. Sometimes they get together and we do something together. It often becomes a really tight group that really cares for each other. And so there can be a lot of extras we look at. Sometimes I add an evening class just about a different topic. So we always look at that. And I also have a team that some of them will be traveling with me and contributing to the class, sometimes not. So in every class, we look how to create this. And if the class grows, I need more helpers. So then I adjust that and add and invite people. So give me some information if you want to host a class and create, and then that's the practicality. Then it's also, of course, if you want to host it, it's about talking to people, inviting people, allowing them to see what's possible. You doing maybe some videos, inviting people, talking to them about the practical stuff, but also about the energy that's possible during the class. And I'll provide a lot and co-create with you. but it's more interesting also to look at the dynamic. If I'm coming to a country I don't know people, you are the spokesperson of the whole class, and you're co-creating with me and all the animals, because I like talking to animals, and they always give me a sense and an energy of the class, and that's something I'm very grateful for, and I always include them in every creation, because what do they know, right? So it's really fun. But be willing, if you have the sense that it would be fun to create something and you have kind of the setup for it and connected with the horses and things like that, let me know. We're looking in any country that would like to create with us, to create awareness, to create possibilities, to create more leaders that are leading their lives from awareness, from consciousness. And it's so nice to see people letting go of all of the stress and problems and points of views. I don't know how many people come to a class and they think they're bad at this or that, or they don't know, they're not confident. When they start working with a horse, they show up very different. People come to Conscious Horse, Country Rider. They can be totally afraid of horses. It can be riding teachers. It can be people that have been riding for years. Some are just curious about the class. Some are just like, oh, I need to go through this class because I know that there's something in it. So I have all of this. I have people that have never done Access. It works really well for them. I have CF, certified facilitators, coming to the class too. So I have everything in the classes, and that's the gift of the class. It has everything for you. It has this contribution. It can create so much more. And when you start talking to horses and receive from them and receive you with a horse, the world seems to be changing. So what magic can we be? And I just want to invite you guys to know that possibility of communion with the world, with animals, with nature. Horses have shown me so much, and I was trained really well by an amazing dog, and then I also have my horse, and it's been an amazing invitation and full of Access consciousness. So Dana and Gary, thank you so much showing me all the tools in action with the horses, because that's what's happening. You'll see the tools in action. So let me know if you're interested in co-creating a class of Conscious Horse, Conscious Rider. Bye guys.